First time I came to the West Side, I had heard about it. It was, for me, a sense of shock, quite frankly, as to the condition of the area. And the old saying, a picture's worth 1,000 words, is very applicable on the west side of Atlanta. So imagine this home 40 or 50 years ago being a typical middle-income family's home, and look at it today. This is what's occurred in the West Side over the past 20 or 30 years.
Our community is like a dying person going into the emergency room. We need everything we can get to not only stay alive, but get healthy and well.
These West Side communities have been left behind. Close to half of the population is living below the $15,000 a year poverty line, where 25% have not graduated high school. Probably 45% of the homes in these communities are vacant. Unemployment rates are 3 times what they are elsewhere in Atlanta.
And embracing Atlanta and seeing the breadth of what Atlanta's all about, to discover some 20 years ago a side of Atlanta that was just frankly not on my radar screen. And I began to see another side of Atlanta that I did not know exist.
It is a community with a proud history. It's the place where Martin Luther King grew up. There are multiple generations living on the west side of Atlanta who love the west side of Atlanta.
The people in these communities still have hope, still have aspirations, still care about the same things that we all care about.
There are good people who live here that, through circumstances completely beyond their control, have been overcome by this poverty that we see all around us. And so the Westside Future Fund was created to be a comprehensive organization, really to ensure that the right hand knows what the left hand is doing.
Welcome to the first Westside Transformation Summit. Thank you for being here.
One of the things that the Westside Future Fund is doing is talking with us.
We're going to have some educators from the county.
It's not about doing something to residents, it's about doing something with residents.
To be able to empower our people to change lives and to have a shot at a decent life, decent place to live. We have to work with who we have to work with in order for that to happen. I'm convinced that we're going to win something.
Finally getting situated, so it's a beautiful thing.
We will do anything we can do to continue to have this be the kind of success that it has been and build upon it.
Just seemed like all the stars were lining up. There was a real opportunity, perhaps the first time in my lifetime, for such an opportunity to make an impact.
A strong west side of Atlanta is vital to the city's overall success.
When people talk about revitalization, there's a big concern about gentrification.
I talked to one woman here who was extremely upset about this because she has 3 kids. She's barely making it as it is right now. And she started crying and asked me what she's going to do once this area changes and she can no longer afford to live here. And she's afraid. And what is she going to do?
Without us, we just get bowled over, people get moved out, and there's a new community.
The question is whether or not it's going to completely re-gentrify, or are we going to come together with a responsible plan to have some level of reinvestment and new development, but keeping the existing residents focused and staying on the west side.
With us, there's a shaping of it, and the Westside Future Fund is the real deal as part of that.
The private sector has a unique advantage over the public sector. Sometimes we look to the public sector to solve all these issues. A lot of the social problems that we have transcend the election cycle.
You can chip away at a problem little by little by little by little, and maybe a century from now you see a result. But I think now we're at a place where we can really go at warp speed.
It's an opportunity for you to look back and say, I made a difference in people's lives.
The mission of Westside Future Fund is so compelling that it moves us all to know that we can be a part of changing people's lives forever.
Everybody wants to be part of a winning team, and I think what we are seeing here is not just an opportunity to make a difference in a neighborhood, but the opportunity to really set a standard for the nation.
It's our community, it's our lives, and let's get with it, be a part of shaping it.
Is this a chance to change history? I don't think you can change history. You can learn from history. It's a chance to change the future.